Hi everyone, I am Jeannie from Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology from 3rd CSCA. We are here on behalf of our ELCS lab activity, which is to do a case study on one of our seniors. So here we are having Divya, one of our super senior who is present working at Wipro. Hello Divya. Could you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am Divya. I am your super senior from 2017 to 2021 batch. Currently, I am working at a Wipro as a project engineer. My current role in project engineer. My clients are from Activision Blizzard. Most of our clients are from US, and I work as a DDA for our clients on the Activision project. It's a gaming project, most of it. Uh, Oracle, my stream is in Oracle, and Oracle contains various types like we have finance or Hyperion or DBA. I'm from DBA of Oracle stream. Thank you.
Firstly, what was your experience in ELCS lab?
My experience in ELCS lab is from we have in ELCS for 2 years, first and second year, and it actually builds my confidence level. And we make an eye contact during presentations, like, and most of the nervousness in my can be reduced during ELCS lab activities. We have our fellow mates, classmates. They helped in me like various situations because I'm the team leader for my English team. We also work in teams, right? Most of us, every class, there are teams in English teams. Right? So when we are working in teams, we can know what others have strengths and what are others' weakness. So we can know our weakness. Like my friends died, so this is your strength. So you have to improve in this aspect. They help me in various aspects. Like this helped me in facing interviews also.
Could you share your experience on how this ELCS lab help you in facing interviews?
ELCS lab activities helped me in facing interviews. Most of my nervousness got body sitting posture, body language. Okay, how we are facing interviews is like most of the interviews can't only focus on our technical part. They also focus on our how we are saying. They also focus on our English fluency, whether it is a right or wrong, how confident we are. So ELCS lab activities including this concept.
To get a job in any software industry, the first step is to qualify a test, right? So,
Yes.
how was your experience, and how did you felt while writing any written test?
Written test is very crucial part because it builds your confidence in writing and attending the future interviews. Because if you qualify a written test, it builds your confidence. Like yes, I qualified written test. I can attend the interviews. So during interviews, we have to prepare ourselves to attempt all the questions and manage time. There are several aspects while writing the written test. Uh, because camera will be on while we are writing the written test. It also observes your body language. While there should be an reason to be on camera on while we are writing a written test. Not only in our interviews, during the written test also they'll observe how we are performing a written test, like how confident we are while answering the questions. They observe everything. So we have written test is a crucial, and we have to answer if you answer correctly, whether it is a right or wrong. We have to answer most efficiently. Like we have to focus on the time, and we have to manage in all the sections. We have different sections. For my written test, we have 5 sections. So I have to manage time for each and every section. And for me, there will be no negative marks. So I have to attempt all the questions, whether it is right or wrong, in the given section of time. So first, we have to attempt all the questions we know. If there is a chance to jumble in between the questions, or if we are not sure about the question, we just answer whether it is a right or wrong. So it builds our confidence level that yeah, we attempted as our best. So we can hope for the best.
Could you please share what are the important requirements in a resume?
Resume. most of the interviews mostly focus on the technical aspects. So how technical you are good on. While preparing a resume for a company, make sure what are their technical requirements and how you are good at while you're applying for that company. Okay, so when you're applying, so if you are applying for a Wipro, so for some particular role, like a database role, so are you good at a database, or do you have any? If you have done any courses related to database, mention this on the resume. Mention your projects or internships you attended. So in, interview can be a 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or it can be more than an hour. For me, it's nearly an hour. So in my interview, they only asked a few bit of questions, like only 5 to 6 questions, only 5 to 6 technical questions, and most of the questions are from my project, final year project. So what is the rest of the time they focused? They focused on my sitting position, my body language, how fluent in my English, and my confidence level. So in resume, we have to mention the technical aspects. Okay, not only technical, we can also mention our extracurricular activities. So they can be observed that you have participated in. I'm a swimmer. I'm worked in a swimmer wing. So you worked in. So you worked in swimmer wing. Yeah, good. So she's working in extracurricular activities. Everything the the aspects or the thing or the things you're mentioning in the resume, they'll check each and every detail. So how good you are in intermediate or in college aspect. So when you're good at, if you mention the most percentage the college, if you're not good at the technical part when it comes to resume, they might doubt you. So you're just reading and writing the exams. So we have to mention some technical and some projects or some interviews. We can also mention that we may done uh, except the final year project, may have done some few projects in during the second year or third year. We can mention also that also. Any activities, extracurricular activities you participated in the college, or did you won any awards for some participants like essay writing or drawing? You can mention everything. Okay, uh, it should be good to look like you done something during 4 years. You have learned something. It should be presented on the resume. Okay, that's it.
What was your experience in a face-to-face interview?
Face-to-face interview is like uh, face-to-face interview is different. It is based on the interviewer. What we have to feel is we are sitting. We should not feel as that someone is interviewed. Only we have to consider our body language or sitting position. We have to think in our mind. We have to think that we are talking to some stranger. So now our language must be different for the interviewer, but in our mind we have to think that we are talking to the stranger. So that will reduce our nervous. Okay. So my experience during an interview is like it's for nearly an hour, and they asked mostly on my resume questions, what I mentioned in my resume, the technical questions about my final year project, and I also mentioned some other internship which I did in third year. Everything they ask in detail. So what's your role in your project? If you don't mention our role, they think that you're just sitting and mentioning some other students' project in our resume. We have to be particular in our resume, and we have to be confident while we're answering the questions, because uh, it shows how we do that. Like when I'm explaining my final year project to the interviewer, he's analyzing me, like how I'm good at, like if I'm good at my role, I'm explaining my role in the process. Like we analyze, oh, is she good at her role, or someone else is explaining in her role and helping in her role. Like it's nearly 1 hour for me. So we also mentioned about technical. He given me some coding questions to write. So we have to be, if you mention some technical languages, so we know that some Python language or C language, we have to be good at that. So there should be no lies on the resume, because it will spoil our interview. Okay. So he given me some coding, and I've written some part I have good at. If you don't know, just say, sir, I'm not good at. I'll improve myself. Okay, I'll improve myself in this particular area. And here we have to confident without knowing. Yes, I'll try it now. So if we don't know, just say it. I'm not sure about this. I'll try to learn, or I'll know this particular area.
How did you crack your HR interview? Is there any difference between the normal interview and HR interview?
HR interview is completely different from, for me. HR interview is completely different from the technical interview. So do you believe or not, for me, the HR interview is not more than 10 minutes. Okay, they asked a few questions about the Wipro, how much I know about the Wipro company. Like, what are my strengths? Is there any backlogs or not? Okay, in which aspects are you good at? Okay, what's your weakness? How are you overcoming your weakness? If you mention any strengths, why this is your strength? Okay, they ask you why you choose this is as your strength. If it is your weakness, so how you overcome your weakness? Okay, and they also ask you if it is okay to relocate from one location to another location. And normal Wipro-based questions. Okay, what do you expect from Wipro? So, in which project you like to work on Wipro? Okay, and is there anything you want to learn from Wipro? So, we have some new aspects. For suppose they send you some Java project, but if you're good at some other project, so how fluent or to adopt that Java project. We have to adopt that project. Like we shouldn't say that I'm good at Oracle. I want to switch to Oracle. Okay. So if they mention some this type of questions, we have to answer that yes, I'll adopt that particular stream. I'll try to learn that stream and I'll try to adopt that stream. So these type of questions they're asked during HR interview. And some questions like HR based on the Wipro. So who is the current CEO of Wipro? What do you know about Wipro? Why you're choosing Wipro to work on? Like these type of questions they are asked during the interview, and these questions they asked me during my HR interview. So this is different, completely different from technical interview.
Yes. Um, could you share your software industry experience as you are working for more than 1 year?
Yes, to be honest, uh, my st- I like to work on DBSA because I've done few courses during my college NPTEL on DBA, and I like to work on DBA. So when they assign me during my training Oracle, I choose to be in DB. Oracle has different types. Like in during Oracle, we have a front end, back end, and we can work on the financial side. So what I choose is it should be good to be on DBA side, but it is a DBA side for me. But I got nervous during first time. My team is very good. They helped me a lot. Most of the I work on both front end and back end. We work on the Linux commands and SQL commands, DBA SQL commands. We should be careful while we are working on it because what we learn is completely different on what we're working on now. Okay, uh, we shouldn't type what we shouldn't experience that what if we learn some SQL commands from the college or some learning concepts or some trainings, we shouldn't work those SQL commands in the work. It should be completely different. We have to adopt that environment. Okay, it's based on the completely Linux commands. During it's nearly 1 year also, there is something I need to learn. I have to learn. There are new topics every day. We have to adopt. We have to learn new things every day. We have to approach our seniors. So what we are working for? So what are you working on? We have to update daily. Okay, maybe we are in some. It's based on the shifts. For me, it's based on the shifts. For a 2 day week off. Uh, per week we should have we have a 2 day week off. So we must focus on 2 day week off also. Like how they are doing today, what they are doing in these 2 days. So we have to continue our work from the next 2 days, like from the next week. So we have to adopt the work. Okay, they are working on some particular aspect. For me, in DBA, if they we have different concepts like on DBA side, we perform clones, complete Linux and SQL. Okay, if they're performing something, we have to continue from that work. If we are in the shift, so we have to understand what they're working. Everything is a new day to learn something in my work actually. And my seniors helped me through this complete 1 year journey. And there is no gap in my training session and my project session to learn something new. For a fresher, there will be some time, like then after training, we'll get some time to learn something, uh, to adopt the work we are actually in. But for me, I completed my training during September last week, and I was in the project in October first week. So there is no time to learn something. So uh, it is difficult. There are times that I'm in a thought like I have to change this project, like I want to change to another project. But what we have to do is that yes, every project has its positive and the negative, pros and cons. So we don't have to switch or we shouldn't switch to another project because it is stuck. We have to learn the new things and we have to adapt to that project. That's the way we can learn new things. So now if I thought that I have to change during my initial phase, I should be here with my project. I'm good at now because it's nearly 1 year. I'm an individual DBA now. So I'm working on myself. I'm working say alone solo in my project in my shift during my shift. So that's the experience. Like starting, it's very difficult, but we have to adapt. It's good. Like we can learn many more things.
This was really a wonderful section for me. I have learned many things from you, how to overcome our stress, how to learn new things, and how to prepare our resume, how to face an interview. So really thankful to you very much because I learned many more things and thank you so much.
Well,